afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the latest episode of MSME Masterclass. We are privileged to welcome Mr. Jayeshkumar Panchal to the JSW MSME Masterclass. A seasoned entrepreneur and a respected authority in sheet steel fabrication, Mr. Panchal brings over 20 years of rich industry experience. He is a partner at Lasercraft Engineers LLP, a company known for its precision metalworking, cutting-edge laser technologies, and innovative fabrication solutions. Having established and led a successful fabrication business in Dubai since 2008, Mr. Panchal returned to India with a vision to uplift local manufacturing capabilities. His work today reflects a commitment to enhancing India's industrial standards by integrating global best practices into domestic MSME operations. With a diploma in machinist, he possesses both technical depth and a sharp understanding of the evolving challenges fabricators and workshop owners face. Mr. Panchal is known for his practical, results-oriented approach to manufacturing. His emphasis on precision, process automation, and efficiency has helped numerous enterprises reduce waste, optimize workflows, and improve their bottom lines. Today, we will share his insights on improving cost efficiency in sheet metal manufacturing, a topic of immense relevance to MSMEs striving for competitiveness and profitability. In this session, Mr. Panchal will guide us through streamlining operations, adopting scalable techniques, and managing fabrication costs without compromising quality. His perspective, shaped by international exposure and grassroots industry experience, promises to deliver actionable strategies for small and medium-sized manufacturers. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Jayeshkumar Panchal. Welcome, sir. Welcome on board.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I will be speaking a little louder for my attendees who are online. I will be speaking a little louder because we're facing a little glitch at the end of Mr. Panchal in terms of audio. So please bear with us. Mr. Panchal, my first question to you is, what are the main cost components in a typical sheet metal fabrication operation?
Okay. So the main cost components are first the land. So if it is rented or if it is owned. So that is the first capital comes in. Second is the machinery. So it depends upon the machinery cost, if it is bought by your own money, or again you have taken loan from the bank and purchased the machinery, again some kind of collateral. So that is another cost. Then the third cost comes the manpower. The fourth cost comes the electricity. So again, the electricity charges depends upon your usage, your work. Then there are a lot of other components such as consumables. So in a typical laser cutting industry, and related to associate related to laser cutting plus fabrication. So there are plenty of small components required. There are consumables, then there are welding wires, and then the one more major component which a lot of people try to what I can say is भूल जाते हैं, it is again the maintenance part. So a lot of people don't look maintenance as a cost of it. So when you have a breakdown sort of thing, then that cost is escalated a lot, and it comes as a major cost in that. And there are also a lot of small other requirements. Okay. The machineries, how many machineries you have. Okay, so that related to. So in short, if I can sum it up, it will be like capital, your land facility, manpower, electricity, consumables, and the maintenance cost.
Now talking about tracking and monitoring, can you help our attendees understand how can small manufacturers track and monitor fabrication costs effectively?
So, monitoring facilities cost effectively, there are a lot of things, like starting with buying proper raw material. So the first thing is you buy a proper raw material, which is correct thickness, correct dimensions, correct material grade as per the requirement of your client. Okay. Then, if possible, you can consolidate those the sizes or the raw material along with your different orders, so that when you're buying a same size material on a bigger quantum, your cost definitely comes down. And not only the purchasing cost of the material, but also the transport cost. So because currently the steel industry or any fabrication industry is so cost competitive that you have to do all the right things. Okay, so again, after that, you should not order extra material which will block your capital. Then always ensure whenever the material is arriving at your factory, do a proper inspection. So any wrong material which has come can be sent back. Also buy on a very short credit cycle, or maybe pay cash and take the maximum discount from your suppliers. Okay. And also then there are other things which are related to it, like what we do in-house is like we try to club a lot of thickness together, do proper nesting. Okay, so there are a lot of other things which help us to monitor the complete cost and be competitive.
Got it. One more question that one of our attendees has asked is, what are some of the common sources of material wastage in sheet metal shops, and how can they be minimized?
Sorry, can you repeat it once again?
Sure. What are some of the common sources of material wastage in sheet metal shops, and how can they be minimized?
So if I start from the beginning, whenever you are purchasing the material, ensure you send someone at the time of purchase, whenever, for example, like in our mostly we have to get the sheets cut as per our sizes at the cutter. So what we do, we send one of our person just to check the coil. Okay, so he goes and check the coil, that if the coil is proper, it has no rust, it is not bent, and whatever sizes we have given to the cutter, if he has maintained those sizes. So if we are not doing this, what happens when the material comes to your place, then we found out all these things happen. So again, it's in two and because you have wasted the transportation cost. Then again, there are a lot of time has also been lost in this. You made the payment to the suppliers, then you again go and fight back to them asking what's going on. So these are the very initial steps we take in our process. So again, once the material has reached our warehouse or our factory, we again recheck everything. Dimensions, his appearances, sizes, so that there is no wastage at all. And again, one more point, when the material has come, then again checking all the orders of those particular thickness in our hands, how we can utilize this particular sheet to the maximum percentage. For example, if a sheet is considered as 100%, so in the nesting, can we make it to 95%? Can we make it to 98%? So that is the utmost thing what we do. Then while manufacturing it, we also ensure that we make proper jigs, fixtures, so that no errors come in the manufacturing. And it also helps our laborers to do the work properly, ensuring proper dimensions. So these are the major things what we follow in-house to have the minimum material wastage. Because any material waste is lost to your final product.
Absolutely. Now talking about nesting techniques, how can proper nesting techniques contribute to improvised material utilization?
The proper nesting techniques, I will tell that, again the same thing. Once the material arrives, whatever amount of jobs you have taken in hand for that particular thickness, related to that particular thickness, you evaluate each and every drawings. Okay, try to fit all in that particular thickness. Try to achieve at least 95 to 98%. Okay, and you need to really put time in that. It's mean, because sometimes I will give example that some of the clients give us their nesting and they ask us to do this job, but as in proactively what we do from our side, also try to find if something can be saved for our client, and in case if we are doing with our own material, we try to see that our material can be saved. So it's not only time that we have done only the nesting one time, it's okay. We keep on again and again and again, try to improve in the nesting process, so that we try to achieve maximum percentage out of it.
Now, talking about skills, what role do you think operator skill sets play in reducing production errors and cost overruns?
See, operator skill is very, very crucial. I mean, it's really very, very crucial, because if you don't have a good operator, then there are chances of your jobs getting not properly made. Also, he has to know overall the machine, if the machine is functioning properly and the machine is getting utilized at its maximum optimization. For example, if a job has to be cut on so and so time, if the parameters are set, and if he doesn't know that these parameters are bad or good for this particular job, then the job which was about to come out in 2 hours, and he has spent almost 4 hours on that. So there is a wastage of time. Again, for example, if someone has overlooked that the sheet is not proper, there is rust, there is bent, and the operator has not seen that. So maybe that will damage the machine. And so there are a lot of small things like this, which as an operator, he has to be very, very smart and thorough to his job, that he's doing his job properly. If he's not that capable, there are chances that will result in lot of cost overruns.
Now, sir, talking about preventive maintenance, there are questions that have come up generally where we're asked from our attendees that how can preventive maintenance reduce downtime and lower long-term operating costs?
The preventive maintenance has to be done. How we do servicing to our cars, So if you do not service, do timely maintenance to your machines and keep on running them, so definitely sometime it will give us such a major breakdown that your machine may be shut down for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Then in return, when you see the cost, per day cost, then it has gone so much high, and you have lost your clients, you have lost your reputation. So what we do at the time of purchase of machines only, we do an annual maintenance contract. So initially it looks like, okay, there is a plenty of cost attached to it, but at least we know that we can sleep soundly. If something breaks down, we can call our AMC guys, this is this, and the timeline is this, it needs to be get done, because we have already paid them in advance for the maintenance contract. So this is the utmost thing. Any company who has so high value machines, they need to have AMCs, or at least they need to have regular checkups on Sundays, whenever there is a day free, when you are not doing any work, get it cleaned, get it checked, each and everything. So preventive maintenance, regular maintenance, annual maintenance, is a very good thing, and it should be done by each and every, not regarding the machines, any factory who has whatever machines in their factory. So it helps a lot.
Understood. Now, moving on, what are some of the practical ways to reduce rework and scrap in fabrication processes?
So it depends again, different application, different clients, different jobs. There may be a lot of things where, but the major thing that whatever jobs you have taken from your client, so plan it properly right from the purchase. Don't over buy the material. Whatever is needed, try to see exactly. Once you've done the nesting, try to buy that much material only. Then each and every step you see that the material is not getting rejected. So once the material has arrived, check it properly. Then on the cutting process, just see whatever dimensions has been cut are accurate or not. Once that process is complete, if that the second process is bending, again check at the bending that whether the dimensions, whatever the degree, the angle. So then welding, grinding. I will suggest that each and every step you should have some sort of random inspections in your factory, so that there is no rework, no additional scrap. Okay, one or two piece get scrapped. Okay, but it should be not like that you have not put attention and suddenly you find out, okay, the material had come 10 mm less at the time of purchase only. So it was cut 10 mm less, then bend lens, the complete job in a lot of maybe 10 ton, 15 ton has completely gone wasted. So those are the things. So I will suggest that you do have some jigs and fixtures also. Make some your regular gauges where any layman also can go and handily check, okay, this size is proper, this dimension is proper, this angle is proper, okay, this weld is proper, this paint is proper. So you need to have some of your, what we do is we keep an log sheet also, where each and every random product we keep the dimensions checked. And personally also we go and regularly check. So if these things are not followed, then there are 100% chances of material getting reworked or scrap in that process. So just try to keep doing all this small thing and find out the root causes where you can save.
Tell us, so how do you determine whether investing in a CNC machine or a laser cutter is financially viable for an MSME?
It depends again what requirements you have from your clients. So for example, if getting the jobs done from somewhere else is much more feasible than getting the machine, then you get it done. If you have that kind of quantum that you can afford, first of all, the price of the machine, or maybe if you are taking on loan or whatever it is, you are able to afford those EMIs, you need to have that quantum of work, maybe from the clients or some kind of in-house of your product, which again required that cutting in-house. So if you don't have that quantum, there is no point in investing and getting such a heavy machinery, because when you get those kind of machine, you need space, there are plenty of things attached to that machines. As I said, maintenance contract, lot of consumables. For us we required oxygen gases, we require nitrogen gases, the manpower, the labor cost, the operator cost. So if you don't have, for example, like 12 hours, 14 hours daily workload to run the machines, then I will clearly tell those listeners that please do not go into purchasing of this kind of new machine, because it's a very heavy investment right now to do those. Because if you don't have backup from your client jobs, or it's better to get it outsourced at a very minimal cost, and to avoid all these hassles.
Understood. Now, my next question to you, sir, is what are some of the cost-effective quality control techniques that MSMEs can implement?
Sorry, I got confused.
I will repeat my question. What are some of the cost-effective quality control techniques that MSMEs can implement?
See, again, it's the same things right from the beginning. As I said, it starts from the purchase of the material. So just ensure you are purchasing correct material, following all the proper steps. Make proper jigs and fixtures, focus on bulk jobs, so that for example, I will give that if you have a job which is hardly 1 or 2 tons, again the amount of time, amount of energy, amount of everything is the same for that 1 ton and again for that 100 tons. So if you take a job of 100 ton, you are very cost effective rather than 1 ton job. So I will suggest go for only bulk jobs. So you are very, very competitive. But if you keep on taking 1 ton, 100 jobs, then the amount, you have to make 100 invoices. You have to follow up with 100 of your clients, 100 clients. And if the material are again different thickness, material grade, with MS, SS, again 100 different suppliers. And if you have one job which is 100 ton, you are headache free. And those kind of 100 ton, you can take 5 jobs. So maybe 500 ton, rather than taking 1 ton. So again, see, we have those kind of clients, and a lot of other people have those kind of. It's not that everybody may not have those kind of clients. But try to see that you take bulk jobs. Try to club a lot of jobs together. And if we are doing a lot of job with material. So when you're doing with material, you need to be cost effective. When you're doing on labor, our labor cost is fixed. Whatever material you give it to us, we will get it done. So there's no cost attached to us. The cutting charges, everything is fixed. So whatever, if you're doing in labor, then you can take any amount of job. But again, in that also try to see that you're doing same thickness work. So again, the machine settings time is saved. If you're taking bulk jobs with material, you will be very, very cost effective.
Got it. Now moving on, how does workshop layout and workflow affect productivity and operational expenses?
So workshop layout again depends upon the size of your factory. If you do not have that kind of big factories, so maybe that may be difficult. But again, as a small factory also, you should be aligned that how you want to get your job done, how fast you want to get it done. For example, when the material arrives, you need to have an unloading bay. So the material is specifically getting unloaded there, and it should get unloaded nearby where your machines are there. For example, we get it unloaded very near to our laser cutting machines, so that it can be easily, sometimes without the help of the crane, maybe our person also can lift and put it on the machine. So that is the first step. Once the cutting is done, what is the next process? So accordingly, you should know what are your step-by-step process, and then they should align the machineries, make the layout in that format that after cutting, if there is any straightening required, so then the power press machine. If any bending is required, then the bending machine. If any welding is required, then align all the welders over there. If any fitting is required, then make an area for all the fitters to sit. Then at the end of time, there's a final inspection is required. So then inspection area, painting is required. So make a paint booth. So it should be in a synchronized way. So you cannot having something here, something there. so that at least the work can be passed on easily without disturbing the other. Because currently, specifically in Mumbai or Thane region, if you see, we have very small spaces because the rentals are also high, and the value of the land or the factories are also too much. So we cannot afford big factories like. So whatever space you have, in that try to see how you can make it again the maximum utilization of that space properly without disturbing other operations. Or also when you're making the good layout, then there are chances of having less injuries to your workers. Because sometimes when you're doing a lot of operations here and then, there are chances that because we are working on steel, and steel is like such that it's so heavy, it can hurt anybody. So again, then if you don't have proper layout, it will affect everything. I mean, right from your quality of work, the time of the work, also your health of your employees.
So my last question to you is, how can collaboration with designers and clients help prevent costly design changes during production?
So designers depends again. For example, if the clients give us their designs and we try to see if those designs are perfect. Once we go through it, talk to the client's designer, see ourselves, and then if we find any issues, we convey to our clients. And we have made an in-house practice that whatever drawings, whatever designs comes from client side, we just don't follow it blindly. So we try to give them suggestions which in return helps us to make our job fast, also to make their product also look good. So there are some examples, like one of our clients had come up with some job in that drawing had some mistake. I mean, with the help of that drawing also the job could have been made. But once we went through, we found out there are very small mistake. If those are rectified, then the job will become more durable, more strong, and also it will save a lot of time. So where there was veiled, we gave some bend which made it more strong. So that those kind of things. Again, what we do once we have the designs from the client, as I told you that we speak to them, we talk to their designers, sometimes sit with them, and then some jobs are like only cutting has to be done. Then they say we will do rest everything. So what we do, we give them some sort of markings where it's easy for them to understand that this marking is basically where we have to make a bend. Okay, this cut what the supplier has given, over there maybe some part is getting fit. So these all things are not mentioned in the drawings at all. But from our side, we take an initiative and we have made practice in-house for ourselves and also for our clients, which help them overall in doing their jobs, our jobs. So that is the way how we collaborate with them and try to help them.
With that input, sir, we've come to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for being with us and for sharing your detailed insights on such an important and prominent topic for our MSMEs, which is improving cost efficiency in sheet metal manufacturing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your initiative, and it makes me really good to be a part of such a good initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
for
sir.
Our attendees who are online, if you'd like to view the current episode, if you missed any part of the current episode, please go on YouTube, type GSW1 MSME, and you will find all the episodes uploaded there.
Thank you.
Thank you once again, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.